Hi, welcome. This is a video on using the standard form of a quadratic equation to graph, and this particular section is on using the quadratic formula to solve for x. This is a highly proficient question. Just to as a reminder here, the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And it's a good idea for you to write that down because it helps you to not make mistakes when you're making substitutions, which is a place where a lot of students make mistakes on this topic. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to write a equals 10, b equals negative 8, and c equals I almost made a mistake here. This is not in standard form because standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Because of this 7, it's not equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 7 from this side, making it 0. I have to do the same thing to both sides to keep my equation balanced. Now 10x squared minus 8x plus 2 equals 0. Now I can say that a equals 10, b equals negative 8, and c equals 2. And my discriminant is just the part under the radical, so that's b squared minus 4ac. I'm going to go bump, bump, squared minus 4 times bump, bump, that's my a, and then bump, bump, that's my c. And b is negative 8, so just plug it in, negative 8. A is 10, plug it in. And c is 2, plug it in. Then I can just plug it into my calculator. And so I've got negative 8 squared minus 4 times, I'm just going to make sure that I got that right, minus 8 squared, yep, minus 4 times 10 and 2. So times 10 and 2. And then I just hit enter, and this is equal to negative 16. So my discriminant is negative 16. That means that because the discriminant is negative, I'm going to have two non-real solutions. And I'm going to go over here and plug in the values. So x equals negative blank plus or minus the square root of blank all over 2 times a, which is blank, and b, which is negative 8. I'm going to plug that in, negative 8. My discriminant, I'll go just... my discriminant is negative 16. That's my b squared minus 4ac. So that's what goes right there. And so that would be negative 16. And then a is 10. So then I just put 10 there. I'm going to simplify this a little bit here. I've got x equals, the negative of negative 8 is positive 8 plus or minus the square root of negative 16. When you have a negative under the radical, you're always going to have imaginary roots. So that's the square root of 16 times the square root of negative 1. And the square root of 16 is 4. And the square root of negative 1 is the imaginary unit I. And so this is going to be 8 plus or minus 4i. And this is all over 2 times 10, or 20. Now I look at 8 plus or minus 4i, and all of those, 8, 4, and 20, are all multiples of 4. So I could factor out a 4, and I'm going to write out 4 times 2 plus or minus I all over 4 times 5. And just double check, 4 times 2 is 8. Yep, 4 times I would be 4i, yes. And 4 times 5 certainly is 20. So because I have that common factor of 4, I can cross those out. And so I'm going to have 2 plus I over 5 and 2 minus I over 5. And those would be my solutions.